Welcome back to Deep Heights. My name is Deborah. It's been a minute. Mercury retrograde really sent me into this weird whirlpool and sucked me right down to the bottom of the ocean, and now I'm back. Barely breathing, but I'm fine. So, day 3 of California quarantine. It's been interesting. Just been trying to make the most of my time. Doing some gardening, thinking, making videos again. Heart chakra. I think about healing right now when I see the heart chakra. Healing the heart. What does that mean? Oh, I've never really read this, so I'm going to read it. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. Maybe this is what we need in a time of panic and insanity in the world. Even if the threat is real, we would want to maintain calm in our bodies. Health of our body comes from the heart. There's a quote that I really like from Manly P. Hall, and he says that health is not merely physical integrity, it's the health is not merely physical integrity, it's the manifestation, or it's the shit. It's the manifestation of the inner harmony through the organism. That's not exactly how it goes, but I lost my words, and that's fine. But you get me. You know, it's not merely physical integrity, it's the balance and harmony of the inner world that comes out. You know, it comes from within out. We have to bring it. We have to bring health, to create health in our own bodies and minds and hearts. That's important. Heart chakra. The little girl in me just thought about Dirty Dancing. Heart chakra. Let's get one more. I think that song Hungry Eyes plays at that point, which I love. I don't care what anybody says. I will rock out to the Dirty Dancing soundtrack any day of the week. No shame. No shame. Alright. Sorry. Sometimes it's got to be the Deborah show and not just Deep Heights. So this heart chakra energy is important. And also, I'm feeling like the Fool, you know, the Fool card. He's light, you know, and he moves. Soul time on the bottom. It's time for our souls and growth, health, the health of the soul. But anyway, about the Fool, that he's light and he can move. He's fluid as well, and light, like a feather. He knows that he'll be fine, no matter what happens, even if the body gets sick. You know, what about your soul? Can you have a healthy body or a healthy soul in a sick body? If the body is a reflection of the soul or the spirit, I mean, the body dies eventually, right? Or does it turn into something rainbow? Fuck, I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. All right, I think I'm rambling, y'all. I'm nervous, I think. Emergence. Earth. Okay, so we have the emergence card. getting itchy, that's how you know it's starting to get real. Talking about the inner emerging outward. I think you're getting ready to bring forth something important: health, harmony, and balance from your heart. That this isn't of the mind, even though the mind isn't bad, because the heart has a mind. The heart is its own intelligence, its own being, I want to say, really. How often does our heart tell us something that our mind disagrees with? Is the heart always wise? No. My heart's made some stupid fucking decisions, but I've learned from them. My mind's learned from them. All right. Let's do the animal. No. Let's do the fairies. So we have heart chakra and emergence. Something from within. Collection of pixies. Oh, a collective of pixies. Here's the world. It's the outside world. You know, I just had you know, in the Matrix 2, at the beginning, how they're all down there, and then they have the dance. Everybody starts dancing. The first time I saw that movie, it was like 2002 or 3 when it came out, and I didn't get past that part because I was so disgusted. I was like, wow, is that how they depict human beings when they're underground? What they do is they dance, and there can be virtue or value in getting together and dancing and moving, you know, human energy and intention and movement and celebration. But it seemed like a weird fucking time to do that. But is it a bad time or a weird time? For me, personally, I don't want to get together right now and hang out and dance with a bunch of people. Whatever I do is usually alone or with a, you know, a very small, I wouldn't even say group. Anyway, I don't have a good vibe off this collective of pixies. Whoever they are, they're like, whoa, what are you bringing? You know? So I'm saying they're like, whoa, 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 hey, your world frightens and confuses me. All right. Whatever you're bringing forth, there's some people out there who don't. It's powerful, you know. You can feel it. The energy is felt. You know, that's why they're like having to come back. It moves. You're directing chi. You're directing energy through your speech, through your heart. Maybe not even through your speech if it's from the heart chakra, because it's like coming from here and moving from here. Maybe this is the dark. You're dark in your own world, and that's how you have to combat it. And it's like, hey, you know, maybe that part of you is waking up. That part of you that knows you're on the road and you're on the road alone in the dark, and something wakes up within inside of you, inside of your heart, bravery, courage, and you can, you know, send that out and shine that out. And they're like, oh, they're waking up. Oh shit. It's funny. That's definitely the feeling I'm getting from that. Okay. Sorry, y'all. It's been a minute since I've done these, so, and it's weird. It's been weird. So we have Nellis the Alchemist. It's your hidden helper on your side. The mother, Jupiter. For me, Jupiter is a woman. or if I would think about counterparts, if each of them have counterparts, this would be the female side of Jupiter, whatever that would be. Growth, luck, fortune, fate stepping in for you at this time. Purity. Nellis does not show up for you unless you are pure. Your intentions are pure in your heart. Let's see what else we'll do. Ooh. So, we have the Bright Mother, the Hobgoblin, and the Zero card, the Fairy Guide, the Blank Slate. Is that Tabula Risu? What's Blank Slate? I don't. Anyway. There's your other feminine. This is the Empress. But the Empress with the High Priestess, the Bright Mother. She's the sun and the moon. She shines and she reflects on herself, the feminine. Talking about the feminine aspect of Jupiter. You have gifts. You have spiritual gifts. I think you're afraid of them, though, with the Hobgoblin. Chihabya. It's a warning before you go any further. Pixies could be like archetypes within you. Okay, what are you doing? What are you sending out? What are you sending out into the world right now? Or even to yourself, what are you doing? What are you feeling right now? Are you feeling fear? That's okay. But what are you doing to alchemize that fear? You know, as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Here we have the Fairy Guide, the Zero. It's all white. This could be positive and negative, like the sun's too bright, it blinds you. All this white is blinding. The light is blinding, you can't see. Thinking about in Wheel of Time, they have the children of the light who think that they do good. And they say that they do good in the name of the light, but they actually are bad. Is white always a good thing? The purity? Is purity white? Is it symbolized by white? And I'm not making any racial. I'm Caucasian. I'm white, and that's fine. I'm proud of that. And every race should be proud of who they are. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not bashing white. It's a unique opportunity here for you to let it burn away. I almost feel like a fire here with this white, and it can be anything that you want it to be. This blank slate, like in Matrix. Was I talking about the Matrix already? In the Matrix, when they go into the little, think about the white room whenever they bring in the guns. You hear all those guns come. Guns would be cool right now. I would like a gun. If I'm vulnerable and someone comes to take my squash. I don't know where that came from, sorry. Anyway. You're waking up to something important. This is an opportunity. Whatever you've been doing or however you've been living or feeling or thinking or living, something's coming in to cleanse that out. But it doesn't come without warnings. Danger. Because it's like a blessing and a curse when you awake and you learn how to use I don't want to call them powers, but they're, learning how to work with energy, to direct energy and not manipulate. I'm not talking about the manipulation of energy. I'm talking about direction, intention, and moving with alignment with spirit. Ultimately, there's a whole system webbing set up so you do not ever come into alignment with spirit. It's like in the labyrinth, whenever she's going to go straight down when she first gets in there, she thinks she has to go through, like she'll never get there if she just goes straight. There are it's trickery, and when you start to wake up to the trickery, the I don't know what to call them, like the people or whatever, the energy is set up to the watchers, the protectors of that system, and even within you, because you can stand in your own way and get in your own way, out of fear. I was talking about fear here as well. In the labyrinth, when she's walking in those tunnels and those big stone guys are like, wrong way, no. She's like, be quiet. And they're like, well, I just want to say it. Because they've been waiting to say it, but no one's been there. And I think wherever you are in your life, in your spirit, on your journey, no one's been there, or no one's been there for a long time. It's dusty. Unique opportunities here, though. But there's danger. Always danger on the road. In one of Tessarian's Path of the Fool, it was a quote from Holderlin, and it said, wherein there lies danger, therein lies our salvation. It's been a long time since I watched those, but they stuck with me. They imprinted on my heart. It's a good time to think about those kinds of things. Things of the heart. Okay. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And have I even said anything of worth and value? I don't know. No one watches these anyway. Okay. Now we'll get an animal card. The horse is on the bottom of the deck. Wild and free. Freedom. Because freedom is attitudinal. There's your Tessarian for the day. Your daily Tessarian. Okay. Animal energies would speak with us. Who is here running with us? Because if we can't move, if we can't go, or we shouldn't go, if we're supposed to be home to protect ourselves or protect other people from the virus, there's a lockdown light. I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's weird. It's weird, and I think it's different for everyone. I'm saying observance. It's important to observe. But action is being taken here. You're taking action because emergence. This is something in your heart that you've wanted. You are moving towards that, and you have help. You have help from these energies, the Bright Mother and Nellis. The opportunities are here. Use them. There's danger on the road. You're surprising other people with your actions. And they're like, no, you shouldn't do that. No, you should. You definitely should. It's definitely a time to be following our hearts. Coming into a alignment with spirit and truth, our own truth. The truth. That's important for or whatever it means or is. Just want to say this before I get an animal card. So the 4, this is card 4, this is card 25. But anyway, I'm thinking about the 4 of Wands with the fire and the earth. And one thing I really like about the 4 of Wands card, especially in the Thoth deck, is that it's wands, but it's a circle. It creates a circle. Completion. A foundation. A solid, strong foundation for yourself. With the opportunity to emerge victorious on your own. In your own square. That's a circle. You get me. Okay. I said I was going to make shorter videos, but I don't have anything else to do right now. I can't make shorter videos because I'm too long-winded. I'm like... Anyway. I don't know where that came from. Like I said, I'm nervous. Energy's weird. I'm chatty. Okay. I don't want to project my weirdness into the reading. Alright. What wisdom do the animals have for us? This journey. The firefly and the phoenix. This isn't the first time this pair has come up in my readings. I think it was the winged pearl. I think these came up. Firefly energy comes up a lot in my readings. And I said in that reading that this is you and the energy that you bring to it, and this is spirit matching you. Not that you should only make a little bit of an effort, you know, because the firefly is given 100% of what he's got. And he's lighting up. He's coming online. He's electric. I don't know how fireflies work, but they buzz with electricity. Nellus the alchemist, you know. You're coming connected. Spirit is coming for you, towards you, meeting you, because it knows that you've awoken. That you do need help, you do need assistance. As a guide. Fish and a dragon behind that. Movement. You are protected. But you must do your part. You must always do your part. Even in the face of danger. Even if it's totally dark and you're sparking. That's what I'm saying. Like, you've been in the dark and you're starting to buzz. Light up the dark, and all of these guys you see there in the dark. And they're kind of, you know, you can see on their hands. I know my lighting isn't that great. Or my computer camera, or whatever. On these cards, they're like, you can see the blue reflecting off of them, and I feel like that's you. That's your light. This is 48, which becomes a 12, and 12 is a hangman. It's change in perception, change in being. The hanged man is still, he's stationary, he's alone, like most of us. But he's emerging because the hanged man energy, he's moving within. He's moving within. He's a spark within. And it is dangerous. the mind of man. The mind of man is dangerous. There's always a warning. Don't go here. Don't go there. Is that, the frailty of, the fragility of the mind of man, psychologically speaking. Think about Jung saying that psychology is important and needs to be studied because the greatest danger to man is man. But it's within the mind. All of these hallways and corridors and half-empty rooms and broken rooms, shards broken off, that we must discover, and everything in our world is set up so you don't discover it, full of distractions. This guy's like, hey, no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to go there. Come back over here. Let's watch some TV. Whatever. Eat or whatever. Distraction. I mean, there are millions of them. But no, there you are, single and solo, buzzing, alive in the dark. Spirit's like, I got you, baby. Don't you worry. Spirit sees you, waiting for you. Spirit's source is always waiting for you to wake up. Don't go back to sleep. Don't get scared now. Don't get scared now. Now is not the time for fear. All right. Prince of Cups. Queen of Cups. That's interesting. Emotion. Movement. The heart. If you're a man, whoever you are, if you are single and alone, this time, this emergence is going to lead you to your partner. I think the masculine here will come to the feminine, which is normal. The feminine is receptive and the masculine energy is assertive. I don't know. She seems hidden. Always this Queen of Cups to me. She's hidden. Kind of maybe in a fog, in her mind is a fog, but she's moving from the heart. And the King of Cups, he's more aligned. He's mental. He's got the bird, spirit, clarity of mind. He's going to come to you in the storm, in the rain. That's interesting. This energy. Okay. Let's let the thought deck speak. Ten of Wands. Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Saturn and Sagittarius. Restrictions on mutability, movement. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. You see, I've said before, this is my Crowley card. This is the victorious one, the love under will, the emergence, the man from the Eon card, where the Eon, the birth of the new Eon is the child. This is a child grown, moving, victorious, despite restrictions in the world right now. It's movement from the heart. There's that love under will here with the lion on the chariot, pulling the chariot. He's got green eyes, which is love. Green is the color of Venus. Red is the will, the lion, the sun. Love is directing the sun, the heart chakra and emergence. Let your heart guide you, little foot. This is the outside world, deceptive. Sorry, this is. Get rid of that on my screen. I think Saturn just moved into Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. This could be difficulty in communication, perception. Saturn is also about work. Capricorn is about work. The 10th house about our vocation, what we do. A lot of us are out of work, can't work. Don't know how to, and not knowing how to turn that around and move with it. It's a burden, it's heavy, it becomes heavy. I was saying, be guided by your heart, your intuition. Remember your spark. Because together with spirit, you are able to overcome anything. The source within you, it's within you, it comes from within. That's why it talks about the heart. Heart fire. That's it comes up for me. I think about that often. Heart fire. What keeps me going? Where does it come from? What keeps you going? Where does it come from? It comes from within. You know, when our body's broken, when we're tired and our minds are fucked, what makes you get up and keep moving? If you can't move physically, can you stand up spiritually? That's from the heart. That's the fucking guts from your heart. That's what's emerging for you. Ace of Cups. There's a song playing. It plays. I usually listen to this artist when I read. Sometimes the artist is Blackmill and the song is Fortune Soul. Ace of Cups. Renewal. Cleansing. Emergence. The way this looks back here in this card, it kind of like reminds me of like an oyster shell that's opening. Opened. It can't be closed anymore. You're not closed in anymore. You must open. You couldn't stop it now, even if you wanted to. Unless you killed your own will, killed your own self. Talk about the sign a lot in this one, but he talks about the self-murdered one, and that's if you listen to these guys. And they're like, whoa, whoa, hey, you can't do that. You can't go any further. You're like, oh, okay. No. Tell them to fucking move. Fuck out of my way, hobgoblin. So I was saying about the directing of the energy, of that energy from the heart, intention, because you can move with energy and send it. And when it's pure and done correctly, it can be effective. You know, how do you move something that seems scary and bigger than you, and you can't move it? I don't know. With energy. And maybe that makes me sound crazy, and that's fine. Whatever. You get me. Okay. Let's get one more here. What advice do you have for us from the soft deck? Ooh. Getting she drunk over here. The Eight of Wands. High Priestess. Not knowing the way. Mercury in Sagittarius. Or Saturn in Sagittarius down there. Mixed signals here. There are a lot of mixed signals. Crossed signals. In Ghostbusters, you know, at the end where they're like, don't cross the streams. Don't cross the streams. You know, each one of them had their own little pack and their gun, you know, their energy. Saying, this is a time where you need to trust your own self. And I'm not saying mistrust other people, but mixed signals. Be discerning. Stay sovereign. I just shared a thing on my Instagram that said freedom is a state of mind. And I wrote, stay sovereign. It's a weird time. You might not feel like you can trust yourself. And that's going to affect your speech and the speech of other people. Especially with everything we're seeing on the news and the TV. The things that are being communicated could be false or deceptive. Secrets being exposed here. Let's talk to the sisters. Energy's starting to get heavy around. When that happens, it feels almost like I'm breathing underwater. Actually, it feels very humid. It's interesting. I think in one of the last readings that I did, I was talking about if you're going through hell, keep going. Churchill quote. Keep going. There's real danger and fake danger, but you have to go through it. You're a spark in the dark, a rainbow in the dark. You are the phoenix as the firefly. That's why when these cards show up together, it's spirit telling you you're not insignificant, even if you feel small. Because this is the reality, the phoenix, the renewal. You know, something is ending and changing. That's what life is about, endings and beginnings. There's a renewal here for you. Healing here on the bottom. And I think that beyond other people around you not feeling comfortable with it or liking it, it's also within you. Don't sabotage yourself with your own fears or overthinking it. Let the heart guide you. It's going to sound really cheesy and gross, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I think love is awaiting you. Love awaits you. King and Queen of Cups. Something very dreamy. There's a lake. And a boat. And green trees. And you're in a boat in a lake together. You can hear the birds, deer. It's very green. Clear blue sky. Hold on to your hopes and your dreams. What is your space or your dream, your heart? You're being guided. Your steps are guided. Here, now it's the bright mother. In the dark and the light, you're guided. Okay, let's close with the sister. Intuition. That almost really makes me want to cry. The rowan tree. The intuition. There's a red dragon there. Fire dragon. The emergence. The heart. Heart dragon. It's guiding you. Spirit is guiding you. You are guiding yourself. Heed the call. Listen to the call. Follow your heart. Your intuition. Because is your intuition just your heart, your mind, or your gut? No, your intuition is all of it together. Your whole spirit, your whole body, your whole living body. It's your intuition. All known and unknown faculties of man. Be guided. It won't lead you astray. I hope to see you again.